20% versus 70%. Same patient, same stem cells, one knee treated in the joint, the other in the bone. I'll show exactly where those numbers come from and why the stem cell injection everyone's asking about is answering a different question. A straight answer. There is now an approved stem cell injection for the knee. Two brand names, but the same stem cells underneath. Patients ask me about it every week. It deserves a straight answer, not a dismissal, not a sales pitch. So let's look at what the trial actually tested, what it found, and just as important, what it didn't. First, what these stem cells are actually approved for. A stem cell injection into the joint for grade 2 to 3 knee osteoarthritis. Not into the vein. That distinction matters because a lot of the conversation around these stem cell injection blurs it. Now, the trial it rests on, and I want to be fair to it because the results are stronger than many people expected. Recently, the 2-year results were published and they deserve to be taken seriously. A single stem cell injection into the joint eased pain and improved function against a dummy injection. And on a special scan, the cartilage on the inner side of the knee did not get worse over 2 years. That's a real result. I won't wave it away. But look closely at the question it answers. Put these stem cells into the joint fluid, do symptoms improve, and does the surface hold over 2 years? In that trial, yes. My question is a different one. The address. Given everything I have explained about bone and cartilage working as one unit, notice where the stem cells go. Into the joint space, never into the bone beneath the cartilage, where for many knees the damage is actually being driven from. It was never tested there.
Examining two methods of knee injection. The left delivers fluid only to the joint space. The right targets the inflamed bone directly.
Same stem cells, a different address. Not better or worse, a different question. And notice what that scan actually showed. Not new cartilage, not reversal. The surface held. It didn't get worse, which is exactly what I have always told you. No established treatment today reverses cartilage loss. The honest goal is to protect what you still have, but treating where the damage is being driven from. Now, let me show you the strongest test we have. Philip Hernigou, paper published in 2020, and the design is remarkable because in this trial, each patient is their own control. Both knees treated, same stem cells, same dose, same patient. Only one thing was different, where the stem cells were placed. One knee into the joint space, the other into the bone beneath the cartilage. Same patient, same genetics, same 15 years of life. One variable, the address.
Let's look at the data. Comparing joint space to subchondral bone. At 15 years, the failure rate is remarkably different. 20 versus 70.
At 15 years, the knees treated into the bone, 20% eventually needed a replacement. The knees treated into the joint space, 70% needed a knee replacement. 20 versus 70. Same patient, same stem cells, only the address was different. So put these two side by side. One, a single trial, 2 years, joint space delivery, a real positive result inside the joint. The other, 15 years, each patient their own control. The same stem cells compared to the joint versus in the bone. Two honest studies, two different questions. And the one with the longest, hardest evidence, where the only difference was the address, points at the bone.
20% versus 70%. One knee treated in the bone, the other in the joint. This injection is answering a different question. The evidence points at the bone. This isn't a statistic, it's your knee.
இது புள்ளி விவரமல்ல, உங்க முழங்கால் தான். This isn't a statistic, it's your knee. This is why we target the bone, not just the joint space. Not because putting stem cells in the joint does nothing, but because the strongest long-term evidence we have with these very stem cells points at the bone.
Delivering stem cells directly to the joint. But the true target lies deeper, beneath the surface. Same stem cells, a different address.
If you are trying to decide what's right for your knee, not a population in a trial, your knee, that's a conversation, not a video.
இது புள்ளி விவரம் இல்ல, உங்க முழங்கால் தான். இதுல விலகை புழங்கால் தான்.
We've talked about the bone. Next, why the pain doesn't just start, it keeps getting worse. And the answer is a shock absorber inside your cartilage that most patients have never heard of.